Hello, 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 all my yarny friends. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet, and today is the announcement video for the crochet along that we will be doing starting in January. So January the 6th is when we are going to get started. We are going to use this book right here, the 60 Quick Granny Squares. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a numbers 1 through 60 in a little container, and whatever number I draw is the number that corresponds to the square, and that's the square we'll be using for our blanket. And so what we're going to do, the squares in this one are 6 by 6, and I want us to do a 12, we're going to do a 12-inch square each month to add into our blanket. And so what we're going to do, since these are 6-inch squares, we're going to make 4 squares of the same square each month and attach those 4 to make a 12 by 12. Okay, so on the 6th of January, I will come on with a video and I will be showing you the square that we picked out, that I drew, the number I drew, and the square we're going to do for our first square. And then at the end of that video, I will draw the number for the next month. And on the first Tuesday, yes, on the first Tuesday of February, then I'll come on and show you the next one. And it'll be the first Tuesday of every month to follow all the way through the year. And at the end of the year, we'll have a blanket all pieced together that came from these squares in this book. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to be using my go-to. I'm using a 4-weight yarn. I got all of the yarn is from Hobby Lobby, the I Love This yarn. This is what I'm going to be using for the entire blanket. And I will be using my Fire 5.5 millimeter hook. Where is he? Oh, here it is. I got it laying right here. This is the 5.50 Fire hook. This is the Honey Crisp hook. Or no, it's not the Honey Crisp. It's the Mystic, I think. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, but I will tell you the correct name in the next video. But I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook, 4-weight yarn, and I'm using the I Love This yarn from Hobby Lobby. You can use whatever yarn you wish. That's what I'm going to be using. And what I'm doing for my blanket is my blanket is going to be birthstone colors. So for each month, I will be using a color that matches the birthstone. So I thought it'd be fun to just go ahead and show you the colors that I'm using. And then, but if you have already, some of you, I know some have already told me they've gotten their yarn. If you don't want to do this in birthstone colors, you don't have to. This is just, I'm just showing you what I'm doing. You can use any colors that you would like. So for January, the birthstone is garnet. So I chose this real pretty yarn here. I had to get it as close to garnet. I wanted to do sparkly yarn, but when I went to Hobby Lobby to get the yarn, they didn't have the colors I needed in sparkle. They had some, but not all of them. So I had to go with just the regular yarn. And this yarn is called Tweed, red tweed. And it has some little black flecks in it, but that's as close to garnet as I could get. So it's called red tweed. And so that's what I'm using for January. Okay. Put these in here like this. I've got a bag down here that I'm keeping all this sorted in. The February birthstone is amethyst. So I got, let's see, was it this? I think I actually got the one that's called amethyst. Yep, amethyst. It's a deeper purple than what it's showing on camera, but amethyst, I love this yarn. So that's February. There's got to be a better way to do this. I'll organize that later. I'm just going to drop it in. March is aquamarine. Let me get this a little bigger where I can. There we go. March is aquamarine. So I chose this color right here, and it is called turquoise for the aquamarine. Okay. April is diamond. So I went with a sparkle because diamonds sparkle. So I went with this sparkly white, and it is called, the color name is white. But it's I love this yarn metallic, and the color name is white. But it has these real pretty silver sparkles running through it. So that's going to be my diamond color for April. And then May is emerald. And so I'm going to do this green right here. The color is called Jelly Bean. So that's going to be my emerald green. And then June, for June, let's see, what did I pick for June? Nope, that's not. Well, that's not it. I think, yeah, I think this is what I picked for June. Orchid. Because one of the colors was Alexandrite, and this is about as close as I could get. So that's my June color. July is ruby, and so I just went with a red, and this is called cranberry. So that's going to be my July color. August is peridot, and that is what this my hook is from Fire is peridot. And so this is the color I'm going to be using for that. And I dropped it on the floor, but I'm using, it's called Limelight. So that's what I'm doing for July. I mean August, sorry, for August. And then September is Sapphire. And that will be this one. And this color is called Royal. It's the royal blue, but I'm using it for the sapphire. And then we have October is Opal. And so I found this one. It's the metallic again, but it's called Ivory, and it has a little bit of a gold thread running through it. So I thought that mimicked Opal pretty good. So that's what I'm going to use for Opal. So I will have a couple of sparklies in there. November is Yellow Topaz or Citrine. So I just grabbed this yellow, and it is just called Yellow. I love this yarn Yellow. So that'll be for the November color. And then December is Blue Topaz. There's three. It's Blue Zircon, Blue Topaz, and Tanzanite. So this is what I picked for December, and it is called Peacock. So that's what I'm doing for December. And then once we get everything ordered for Shannon at the Spoonie Stitcher, she helped me out with these colors, and she thought that this would make a good border. It is the color black, but it's the metallic. It has the silver metallic thread, and we thought that this would look really pretty as a border because we're doing birthstones. So you know how in jewelry cases they always have the velvet black lining in it, and it makes the colors really pop in the jewelry case. So we decided to go with this black metallic for the border to really make this blanket colors pop. So those are the colors that I'm going to be using for our crochet along with the birthstone colors. And again, you do not have to use birthstone colors unless you want to. I wanted to put this video out now so that you have plenty of time to collect the yarn that you're going to use. You could use yarn from your stash. You know, there's whatever yarn you would choose to use, and just make sure you're using the correct hook to match the yarn that you're using. Myself, I am going to, it's going to be 12 by 12 squares. So let's do some math here. If we do 3 across and 4 down, that's our 12 squares. So that'd be 36 by 48. So that gives you a good throw size blanket. And so that's what, and then, well, that's the 36 by 48 with just the squares. That's not counting the measurement for the border. So you could probably add another, I'm not sure which border we're going to do yet, but you could probably add another couple of inches to that for the border. Um, and that's something you can tell me in the description box. Let me know what stitch you think would look really good for the border of our blanket. So, uh, Tuesday, January the 6th, I will come on and I will show you the first square that we're doing, and I'll do a little tutorial for that square so you can get started. And then you will have all month of January to crochet your first 4 squares and connect them together to make a 12 by 12. So in my video, I will show you how to crochet that square, and then I will also show you how I am going to connect them. And so that'll be on January 6th. So I'm really excited. I hope that lots of you join in, and I would love it if while you're working on these, when you make your 4 squares each month and you've got them all attached, I would love it if you would post a picture of your progress on our community tab on Critters Crochet so everybody can see your progress. And I cannot wait to see how many join in on this. It's going to be so much fun. So that's the basics, and I will see you in January on the 6th for our first square. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.